interview place. Cool. Yeah, we wanted to see this area over here, the mine office site, and what really drew me to this area was looking at that railing up there where it looks like there's somebody up there pushing a cart across it. You know, you can tell it's really not real, but it's pretty cool to see that off in the distance, you know. And what a view you get up here. Wow. This mine is up here on one of the mountains at the edge of town, and you can see like top of all the roofs of the town and stuff, and there you can see the mountains right there surrounding with the snow on it still. And here it is, a miner's life. But check out this part. See, like right in the middle you see that guy pushing a car. That looks pretty cool, pretty realistic to me. There's another guy dumping at the very end over here. See, I like it. Realistic stuff. And there's the close-up of the snow. Yeah, I'm having to check out a lot of the audio on this because the wind was so bad, and do a voiceover on it. So bear with me, okay? Yeah, here are a lot of the implements or hardware that they used going down and into the holes and stuff. And like there's some, let me see, there's some where you could tell where they were made where they put equipment or men in them in baskets and stuff and lower them down to whatever level it was, you know. But yeah, a lot of the hardware. I like the carts and stuff too. Pretty amazing stuff that still lasted, you know, lasted this long. Sitting out a little bit rusty, but you know, that looks like a boiler or something there. Well, there's one of those basket where they lower one of the things and go down. One of the containers, they right there. See the metal container? They lower it down to where it's needed. Man, that's some big gears right there. Look at this. Here's a vintage search and rescue truck. It looks like it might be international. It might be a Jeep. And wagon wheels and more equipment, carts and stuff. But this was just the yard right there of the visitor center. The visitor center had a lot of interesting stuff in there. I couldn't stay too long because I had Yuki with me. But yeah, you can. I like the way they had the rail built right there, and they have those carts they can move around. That's pretty nice too. In a minute, we're going to walk across here. This is a big pit right here where you can actually see, I think, if I get up high enough on these rocks. Yeah, it's to the left right there. See, there's the holes down there where they could enter the ground. That was pretty interesting right there. And that's how they would get down into the ground. They'd start, and there was more than one entrance down there, so they got to go different ways, you know, probably left, right, down, who knows, you know. There I zoomed in on the entrance right there. Pretty cool. Zoom in on this, whatever it looks like, some kind of a trailer or a truck or a hauler or something. And there's one of those buckets, utility buckets, I guess is what it would be called, because big enough for a man to get down there, squat down, or equipment, whatever. And here's the side of the mountain. And various tools and stuff here. Okay, we're going to get ready to walk down that way, and hopefully the audio is good on it because I want you to hear the how scared I am of walking across there and looking down. Here's a plaque here. The silver vein. I guess that's what they mostly started to mine here. We're not going to go all the way in, but I wanted to see a little bit of it, at least. Ooh, look. Come on. You can go. Whoa. Look at that. Look at that. Come on. I don't know how much you can see, but it goes way back in there. That's cool. And then on the other side, wow. Pretty cool. The leasers. These are the people that leased it. And it says danger. It's unsafe. Stay out. Mining a vertical ore body. Wow. Well, I'm telling you, that was a thrill to walk over that bridge. Gave me chills, man. Especially when you look down and you see all that. And you realize people were out here. Oh, here's another one, look. See it? It's just a crack in the earth, and they went down there and dug into it and stuff. Oh, here's a place right here. Look. They got one of those buckets down there. That goes way down there. They turn that and lift them up. Let me take a picture of that. This is Bell's mine. Bell mine is commissioned by Bell Butler. Here's some stuff that you can see. I keep saying, I'm not going in there, but we get closer and closer, huh? It's very interesting, man. Kind of cold, chilly afternoon. I think the temperatures are in the 40s. Not bad. Break-in ground. Let's see what this is, Yuki. There's a mine hole over here. Come on. Oh, okay, sorry. Say, when you gotta go, Daddy. Yep. They were all over this mountainside mining it. Here's number 10 right here. Let's see what it is. I gotta take a picture. Walk over here and read this sign here. It said the Tonopah and Goldfield Railroad. So that's probably how they hauled a lot of this stuff out. Either that or brought in equipment and stuff. And then we'll go inside this number 10 bunker here in a second. Check it out. If you could read it, I don't know if you could read it. I'm having a hard time reading it, so. A little bunker they had to store stuff in, and surprisingly still in good shape in there. Of course, there's been water in there, you can tell, but for the most part, it's intact, you know. Put stuff up on the shelf and stuff, and it would still be dry and stuff. There's Yuki. She's looking like, we're not going to go any farther, are we, Dad? Dad, are we not? Let's get out of here, Dad. Okay, okay. Sorry, but I had to take out the original. This is where they stored all the fuses and the blasting caps and stuff. See back there on those shelves and stuff? Pretty cool. Nice, man. up on the hill up here, there's more stuff. Big looking stuff. I don't know what they are. But over here is what I want to come see. Hey, they got a water spigot right there. Wow, look at that. It's a white truck, they call them whites. Let's see. Wow. Look at that thing. You can tell it was driven up and down these hills, man. And no telling what they got. Cool. Look at that. Here's the storehouse. Let me look inside the window, see if I can catch anything in there. Huh. Okay. You can see a little bit, but not much. But this truck is awesome. Awesome, man. Oh, I got to do one of these shots. The white truck. Very cool. This is the mining equipment building. All right, man. I'm so glad I didn't just run out of town and head back. I would have missed all this mining stuff. It's very interesting. Oh, look at this thing, whatever it is. They make fire and steam and stuff. I don't know what they call it. Smelt? I don't know. Here we go. The muscle in mining. This is how they do all the stuff, bring it up and down and all that stuff. So yeah, that would be an important part of it also. This is the Tonopah Mining number 7 rope shed. There's another water spigot. Look at all those wrenches and pipes and all kind of stuff. I don't know what to call them, but hey, there's one of those things they play bingo with. To load around and get the numbers. Oh man, this is gonna be an awesome video. I'm telling you. There's some examples of mining carts, and shows how they can tip over, you know, and dump the stuff. There's one up on the hill right there, but there's one right here. Has that little flap on the back. See? Pretty cool. And there out in the distance you see the town of Tonopah, Nevada out there, and the mountains beyond. That's the general direction of downtown, and the Haunted Hotel and the Clown Motel, Tonopah Cemetery are out that way. Haul out the riches. Yep, that's what they did for sure. I don't know what this one did. They probably have big tours and stuff. I was probably supposed to pay. It said check in with the thing, but I didn't check in until I saw the signs later. Here we go. The Mitzpah mine. You can read that after you pause it. And then, let's see this shot. Okay, it says Mitzpah Mine head frame, and there's a mining cart up there too. Up from the depths. Cool. And this is the Mitzpah Mine hoist house. That's how they hoisted everybody up. Let's see if we can see anything. Oh yeah, see all that machinery and stuff? That's how they brought everything up. Very cool. Wow, look at all that machinery. Nice, man. David from
Tonopah, Nevada.
What is the name of this place here?
This is the Tonopah Historic Mining Park.
Cool, man.
And so here in Tonopah, we average anywhere from 5,800 feet in elevation to about 6,300 feet in elevation.
Yeah.
And so basically in the winter we can get warm spells. We can be like southern part of Nevada.
Yeah.
Or we can be like northern Nevada.
But I bet you the farther north you go right now, it's going to be just as cold or colder.
Exactly. Yeah, so we're kind of on that boundary line here.
Yeah, I was thinking to go up to Yerington to see somebody, but man, I bet it's really cold there.
It's not real bad. We're kind of in the windy area here. So
yeah.
Here outside of Tonopah, the big Smoky Valley, it's one of the windiest areas that we have out here in Nevada.
You guys didn't get nothing from that big giant California snowstorm, huh? You got winds, cold.
We
you got some cold.
A little bit of rain. We got a little bit of snow, but it stayed a little too warm here to get.
That's good, man.
So, yeah.
Thank you for being on here, man. Fantastic, man. This place is fantastic. Everybody needs to come here. The historic mining place in Tonopah. Wow, awesome. Nice. Good view of Tonopah, and this road comes right out downtown. I almost didn't see this turnoff, and like the guy was saying, a lot of the people just keep right on going. They need to stop and explore this 100%.